Hello everybody, welcome. Today we're gonna be cooking some brown stew fish. Well, not even brown stew fish, some stew fish. Because we're not gonna use any browning in it. So we're gonna be using pollock fish, pollock that we got from the fish vendor, and they've already cleaned the fish and slice it, half slice it really. So I've got to slice it properly. And yes, so we've got our fish. We're gonna be cooking it today in some stew for our dinner. So there we've got our fish slice. We're gonna be washing it with some lemon juice. Yes, we're using lemon. However, I'm not using any gloves, so as you can see, I'm using my hand to catch all the seeds that come out of the lemon. I don't want them in the fish. And we're going to be using that lemon juice to wash the fish to cut away all the smell, because we don't want that fishy smell on it. There we go. So we have washed the fish already off camera, and we have dried them, so we're putting them in the bowl to be seasoned. So there we go. Big slice, thick slices, freshly washed and cleaned. Still wash them, even though the fishmonger wash them, we still wash them when we get home. We're going to be using some seasoning, so we're going on with our fish seasoning, which we sprinkle lightly on the fish. So there we go, fish seasoning going on. Then we are going to be going in with some black pepper. I'll be using the coarse black pepper, as I think it gives more flavor to the food, to the meat you use on. And yes, so we put some coarse black pepper on there, and then we're going on with some Italian herbs. I like Italian herbs on my meat. I always will like Italian herbs. It has a mixture of it has a mixture of oregano. It's got a lot of wild herbs in it. Thymes. So you can try and find them, put them in your meat. I tried giving this thing a shake in the bowl, but as you can see, the bowl is too small for the amount of fish, so it didn't shake properly. However, the fish is firm. It's like barracuda back home, so it's a firm fish, so it won't break up or messy. So just put some more, turn them over with my hand, and put some more seasoning on the next side. As you can see, guys, no gloves. I'm cooking with love, and the sink is there, so I'll wash my hand ever so often as I'm preparing fish. I did not put any salt on it, guys, because the season had enough salt. I'm putting on my pot on the fire. I'm using a non-stick pot, and in that pot I've put some oil for frying. So I've put pimento seed, rosemary leaf, ginger, garlic, sometimes in there, just to give that seasoning some flavor. I needed to have a nice flavor, so I've put them in there. Just season the oil. I'm taking them out, guys. I don't want it to burn. If it burn, it have a bitterish taste. It leave a bitterish taste in the pot, and I didn't want that. So I take out all of them. I leave the pimento seeds in there. The oil is hot. I go in and I test it, and then I put my fish in. There we go. The fish is in. Just gonna brown them nicely there. The pot is not big, guys. It only holds 3 slices, but that's enough to give us enough time to prepare while we are browning them. Then they're brown. There you can see the color they have got. They're not fry. I'm not frying them dry. They've got a nice little brownish color there. I'm not gonna be putting any browning in the pot. So it's just gonna have a little color to make them not white. There is the vegetables I'm gonna be using. They have already been washed. So I've washed them under the pipe and put them there. I'm doing sweet pepper. So I'm slicing my sweet peppers. There we go, slicing our sweet pepper. I'm not using the seeds in the pepper, guys. I don't like to use the seed. You know, some people are allergic to this, the seeds of sweet peppers anyway. I don't like to use the seed. So I'm just slicing the sweet pepper, red and yellow. Well, it was green, but it's getting ripe. Then I'm using hot scotch bonnet pepper. So I'm not gonna cut all of it at once. And I'm using some scallion. So just gonna cut all those up to put on the fish. The fish is frying over the other side, guys, just browning it lightly there. So we're cutting our red onion. And then we're doing garlic. I love the taste of garlic, but I'm not gonna slice up too much garlic because I don't want it to overpower the fish, the other flavors in the bowl. And then I'm leaving two pepper garlic, guys, just to cook in the pot because I like to crunch those garlic when the pot is almost ready. I'll put those in just a blanch, so I'll heat them almost raw. Then I'll slice in my carrot. The carrots are already um I've already washed them, peel those and wash them. So now I'm slicing them. If you see, I've cut some in round circles and I've sliced them down. I like the different the sticks in the pot and the circle, just different shapes while I'm cooking. You notice we'll have loads of different shapes in the pot because I am just gonna saute them in little oil so you still have the nice crunch there. So all of vegetables are there, guys. They're already done. We're almost finished cutting our vegetables. Then we're taking out all our fish. As you can see, guys, they're not fried, they're just brown. So we've just locked in all those flavors in the fish. And we've put our dutchie on the fire and we've put some oil, the same oil, some of the oil that we use to fry the fish. We put them in the pot. I've got that pot for 30 odd years. It was given to me by my mom. But that is my first pot. You can see coming from years and years and years. So in there you've still got one little pimento seed. Now I've thrown all my vegetables in. So we're just gonna saute those and lock in those flavors. There we go. hmm There we go. Lovely. You can see all those different colors right in there. So that needs a little bit more
Watching.
oil, so I'm gonna pour a little more oil in it. Don't like a lot of oil, but we don't want to be burning anything. So just put a little more oil in there, and then we're gonna be laying our fish. So put a little more oil and then you lay our fish in and cover for 3 minutes. Then after it's covered, we take them out. 5 minutes after, we take off the cover and we put our tomato paste in it to give it that color. We're not using browning, so the tomato paste is going in. And I pour some water, some boiling water from the kettle in it to give it the gravy that we're looking for. And I turn over the fish. You will not see that because you're almost, I didn't remember to do that bit on camera. So we put in some butter in it, give it the flavor we're looking for. And until now, guys, I haven't really put any salt in the pot because the salt was in the seasoning and it tastes delicious the same way. There is my pot bubbling. So in there, I'm gonna put my pepper, my piece of Scotch bonnet pepper that I leave on the board, and the two garlic. And I'm gonna cover that, and it's gonna stay for the next 5 minutes, and then it is ready. Like and subscribe.